A structure fire breaks out in Kalamazoo. What we know about the incident so far. Plus, the battle continues against multiple wildfires in California. The latest progress reports from firefighters. News Channel 3 live at 11 starts right now.
Covering West Michigan to protect and alert you. This is News Channel 3 live at 11.
The snow returned to West Michigan today after a brief break on Saturday. This is a time lapse of downtown Kalamazoo this afternoon as flurries blanketed the area. Thanks for joining us on News Channel 3 live at 11. I'm Princess Janae Steverson. Here's a look at the snowfall this afternoon in downtown Battle Creek, where it made visibility difficult at times. Now we're going to take you to a live look over both downtown Kalamazoo and Battle Creek for a look at current conditions. Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson is in the Weather Alert Center tonight with a look at those frosty conditions coming this week. Keith.
Oh, you bet, Princess, and especially the next few days where we have another Arctic shot of air that's going to keep us in the deep freeze. Right now, a little bit of light snow showing up on live Doppler radar around Holland and also around Allegan. There's also a bit of a fine mist out there and some slick roads, and that will likely be the case overnight. We're all sub-freezing, everybody below the freezing mark, with Kalamazoo, for example, at 28 degrees. Your bus stop forecast for tomorrow, we're looking to go off to school with some light snow at 21 degrees, and then in the afternoon heading home still cold at about 20 degrees. For your morning commute, watch out for those slippery roads, as they'll be icy at times. And in fact, that's going to be the story for the next few days. I'll tell you much more about that part of the story coming up. Princess.
Thanks, Keith. New tonight, we're learning that responders were on scene of a structure fire tonight in Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo Public Safety posted on their Facebook around 7:30 saying units were at a fire in the 800 block of East Walnut Street. This is what it looked like when our team got there around 8:30. In their Facebook post, KDPS said it looked like everyone inside was able to evacuate, but asked the public to avoid the area. It's unknown at this time how the fire started or if anyone was injured. Stay with News Channel 3 both on air and online as we work to learn more. A bicyclist is dead after being hit by a car Saturday night in Grand Rapids. Police say it happened around 6:30 p.m. on Pearl Street at the northbound 131 exit. Police tell us a man was riding a bike across Pearl when he was hit by a car that was exiting the highway. Police say the bicyclist was pronounced dead at the scene, while the driver was arrested on suspicion of drunk driving. The crash remains under investigation. Tonight, Hope College in Holland is mourning one of their own after she was struck by a train and killed. The president of the private Christian college sent out a release yesterday. He wrote that the junior named Jennifer Kasunik from Ohio was hit by a train near campus Saturday evening and did not survive. There are no additional details yet from police or the college about what exactly happened. The college president says Jennifer served as an RA with her service dog who did survive the incident. Stay with News Channel 3 on air and online as we work to learn more. 2 men are behind bars, including a Michigan corrections officer, after police say they tried to smuggle drugs into an Upper Peninsula prison. Michigan State Police say they were tipped off about the smuggling attempt in December and were able to make coordinated traffic stops to the suspects' vehicles. As a result, troopers seized a significant amount of illegal contraband worth over $400,000. MSP says they also seized almost $5,000 in cash from the corrections officer involved, which was suspected to be a payment for the operation. In Oakland County, a 57-year-old woman was arrested after an undercover drug bust. The Oakland County Sheriff's Office says an undercover team had been investigating the woman for 2 months before serving a search warrant last week. At the woman's home, detectives found over 1,000 pressed meth pills resembling Adderall, 22 morphine pills, and over $37,000 in cash. The woman now awaits arraignment. Firefighters are reporting progress in the massive battle against multiple wildfires in Los Angeles County. The LA County coroner says the death toll has now risen to 24. Laura Hayfleet reports with more from Los Angeles.
Firefighters are racing to make progress against the deadly wildfires that have obliterated home after home in parts of Los Angeles County. The battle continues as forecasters warn of new fire danger this week with the return of powerful winds.
This wind event is approaching us, and it's approaching us very, very quickly.
Elevated critical fire weather conditions will continue through Wednesday. We stand alongside all of you as we begin to plan for the repopulation of evacuated areas.
Avanti Prasanna grew up in the Palisades.
It's still heartbreaking, even if your house is there, to know that what I always thought was one of the most beautiful neighborhoods in Los Angeles is just gone. My elementary school is gone. My high school is half gone. Most of my friends have lost their homes.
And heavy winds in the coming days are expected to present serious challenges for firefighters, especially in the area of Mandeville Canyon, a major gateway to iconic and populated places in Los Angeles like the Getty Museum and UCLA. Like so many other LA residents, Marjan Rajabi found her Palisades home turned to rubble.
And we were asked to evacuate, so we grabbed whatever we could, threw it in the car and left. And then now returning, this is what's left. Everything is decimated. The town is decimated.
As the blazes enter the new week, California firefighters are joined in battle by those from 8 other states, Mexico, and Canada. Laura Hafley, CBS News, Los Angeles, California.
The National Weather Service issued a particularly dangerous red flag warning for large portions of Los Angeles and Ventura counties starting early Tuesday through Wednesday due to the return of the very strong offshore winds and extremely dry air. Tonight, a team of American Red Cross volunteers from Michigan are headed to Southern California to help those impacted by the wildfires. 4 volunteers will support emergency shelters, assist with equipment distribution, and help families reunite. 4 more volunteers are providing support for reuniting families virtually from Michigan. The team will join more than 300 Red Cross disaster workers, many of whom have been impacted by the wildfires themselves. Michigan Red Cross officials say additional volunteers and resources could be deployed as the need arises. And our parent company, Sinclair, is partnering with the Salvation Army for Sinclair Cares California Wildfires Relief to provide critical assistance. Crews are delivering essential meals, fresh water, and relief supplies to the hardest hit areas. Your donation can make a significant impact. Just to get started, simply scan the QR code on your screen right there, or you can go to sinclaircares.com. Actress Halle Berry is offering her support to victims of the Los Angeles wildfires. Berry said she plans to donate her entire closet to people in need of basic items after losing them in the wildfires. She's also urging people to donate or send in clothing if they can. Berry said she also is working with actress Sharon Stone on the donation drive. President-elect Trump got his second invitation this weekend to visit California's wildfire victims. The Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors chair penned an open letter to the incoming president imploring him to, quote, stand with the people of Los Angeles County. Trump also got an invitation from California's Governor Gavin Newsom on Friday. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass said she has been in touch with Trump's team about a potential visit to LA, saying it was a, quote, positive response. California Governor Gavin Newsom is suspending some state requirements to build in an effort to help fire victims rebuild faster. Newsom signed the executive order today. For people impacted by the wildfires, the order suspends some permit and review requirements under the California Environmental Quality Act and the California Coastal Act. The order also directs state agencies to identify other permitting requirements that can be suspended to allow for faster, more affordable rebuilding. Newsom also extended protections against price gouging on building materials and other essential goods for the next year. Well, January, it's National Human Trafficking Awareness Month, and MSP is teaming up with other national law enforcement to raise awareness. This week, MSP officers hope to educate commercial vehicle drivers about the signs of human trafficking and to enforce laws that crack down on traffickers. Troopers say some red flags that people can look for include people with no control of their identity documents, people being monitored by another person when talking or interacting with others, and signs of branding or tattooing of traffickers' names, which are oftentimes found on the neck. To report suspected human trafficking, you can call the National Human Trafficking Resources Center at the number on your screen. Funding for the 2 infrastructure projects in Grand Rapids are on the way. Officials say $25 million will go towards the East Beltline Bridge Replacement Project. The upgraded bridge is expected to have disability-accessible walkways and dedicated bike lanes. Additionally, $800,000 is dedicated to the US 131 freeway crossing improvements planning study. Officials say the study looks to improve connectivity underneath the US 131 by finding ways to help with pedestrian and cyclist access and reduce physical barriers. The funding for both projects comes from the November 2021 bipartisan infrastructure law. Coming up, the government is taking historic action against the use of pesticides. Tonight's Spotlight on America takes a look at how widespread this problem is and the impact it can have on your kids. Plus, this is President Joe Biden's last full week in the Oval Office. The questioning expected on Capitol Hill this week as eyes turn to President-elect Donald Trump's incoming administration.
And bundle up. We have some Arctic air to deal with here for the first few days of the week. Breaking it down for you. That's coming up.